Every single week, I think, okay, this is going to be the Monday. After a Colts win, that Shane Steichen's going to be in a really good mood and he's going to say, yep, we're here, we're really good. And every single week, he's exactly not that guy. All of a sudden, he goes into, we got to get better, and now, if we're going to be able to vanquish the opponent that we've got this coming weekend, and that opponent this weekend is the Tennessee Titans, who are at the bottom of the NFL in both record and in point differential. So if there is a week where you kind of take your foot off the gas and say, well, I think we might have this one in the bag, no coach is ever going to do that. No player should ever do that. But this would be the week to do it. Still, Steichen, Dower, oh my God. You know, the Titans are a really good football team. They are much better than their 1-6 record would indicate. We are going to have to play outstanding football to be able to beat them, and he believes it. He's not just saying it. He's not just talking to his players through the media. He believes it. He gives us a little bit of an update on Tyquan Lewis, not so much on Samson Ebicom. Here's Shane Steichen.
All right, kind of similar to yesterday, just recapping the game. Thought our guys played hard, physical, played together. Obviously found a way there, at the end, just getting the stop and offense, going down and scoring touchdowns. Just a really good team win.
Shan, I know preparation is one of your core beliefs. Where did that stem from? Like, I guess when did you come across that in your coaching career of like, yeah, this is going to be one of the main things I want to be about?
I think my first year in the league, I just saw certain guys. I saw certain coaches as a young coach. I saw players, the guys that had been around the league for a long time, coaches and players. I saw the preparation that they put in, and it wasn't a surprise for those guys. The success they had, how long they played, how long some of these coaches have been coaching. Their preparation was off the chart. And that was one of those things that I was like, man, this is a big part of this deal, as we know. So that was one of my beliefs. And then on top of that, the character piece, all of them are great dudes and they do everything right on and off the field. They're consistent in everything they do, and they were just relentless to be the best. And so those are just my beliefs that I believe in. Saw that as a young coach, and just kind of had that, in my core values on how I see, the game of football and how to go about it.
Jake.
Hey Shane, Samson had the knee yesterday. There's a report out there he could miss multiple weeks. Do you have any update on that?
No, I know he's just dealing with the knee injury right now. So we'll see how the week goes.
Okay.
James.
I'm sorry. Shane, when you look at what your defense was able to do in the second half, I guess how do you weigh the good versus the bad? Obviously, you win, they get the stop at the end, but 3 straight touchdowns to open that second half.
Yeah, I think that's part of football. I mean, we knew going into that game, they got an elite quarterback over there. They're going to make some plays. But I thought our defense did a great job with the takeaways. Nick getting the interception, Grove getting an interception, getting the fourth down stop there at the end, holding that team to 24 points. I thought was good by our defense. So I thought all around, all 3 phases, did a great job.
JJ.
Shane, I asked you yesterday about that JT chip block. Did you have a chance to go back and watch it today?
I did. It was very impressive. It was very impressive. That's where it starts, with the protection piece on that third down. And JT got the chip block, took out 2 guys. And then it allowed Daniel to step up in the pocket and, hit Alec for the deep one there. So it was a big time block by JT.
Different subject, but I don't think we had a chance to ask you about Amir's return yesterday. In that moment of the game where the Chargers are, trying to make a comeback to rip off that 81-yard return, what did that do for the team?
It was huge. I mean, anytime you can flip the field with special teams being involved, getting a return like that, to set up a score 2 plays later, that's a huge momentum swing, and I thought he did a great job. I thought the guys up front creating that crease for him was awesome. And I'll say, Amir's a guy, I remember when we signed him, I was in the training room. I walked in the training room, I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, the day after we signed him. And it was real early in the morning. And I walked in that training room to go get in the sauna. And he's in there doing ankle mobility at 6 a.m. And I had my phone on me and I had to look up. I'm like, gosh, I think he's in year 10 or year 11. Sure enough, he's in year 11, and it made all the sense in the world. I'm like, this guy's in year 11 for a reason. He puts in the work, he's prepared, he's got a routine. And so to see that come to fruition and him being on the practice squad and getting the opportunity, and he's done so many great things in this league, just phenomenal to see for him.
Steven.
Shane, Daniel is certainly not a young player, but it does seem like over the course of the season, as he has success, his confidence grows, and it takes confidence to make some of these tight throws that he's making. Have you seen that progress from day one to now?
Yeah, I think it's comfortability with the guys, being around the guys, being in the system. And I think the preparation builds confidence. And he's a guy, like I talked about earlier. It's just the preparation that he puts in day in and day out. He's making big time throws, getting us in and out of the right play. We can all feel it. So, we take it one day at a time, and we got to keep doing it, each and every week.
How does the rest of the offense feed off of that too? I'm sure guys, when the quarterback's like locked in like that, does that do something for the rest of the guys?
Oh, there's no question. I think when the trigger man behind center touches the ball every single snap, and he's got to make a decision on every play he drops back, there's a ton of confidence in that because of the work he puts in. Like I said, he's always here. He's always working, questions, conversations, nonstop, all day, every day football. And so, yeah, it breeds a lot of confidence in our football team for sure. With the way he works and the way he's playing.
Thanks.
Bob, go ahead.
Shane, how do you explain Daniel's rebirth this season? What factors have gone into the way he's playing right now?
I just kind of hit on a little bit, but I think he's played well his whole career, to be honest. That's me. When I watched the tape, when I went back and looked at it, I think he's been a great player this whole time. And to get him here and to see the success he's having with the guys that we got, it's not a surprise to me right now at all.
Nathan.
Shane, I know you said you didn't have an update on Samson's health despite the injury report. Do you have any sort of an update on Tyquan Lewis, who I know left in the first half of yesterday's games?
Yeah, I think he'll just be day-to-day this week. We'll see how the week goes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We'll do a few more here, chat.
Shane, two things. You touched on earlier with Amir's big kickoff return, but it seemed like every time in the second half yesterday, they score and then you guys respond. They score, you guys respond. Is that just a confidence you have? I mean, if maybe you have a 3 and out after they score, things get a little bit tighter. I guess how is this offense built that it can respond like that?
Yeah, I think it's the guys. I really do. I think our guys put in a ton of work each and every week, and they got a lot of confidence in their abilities when they go out there to say, hey, when we get the ball, our job is to go score points. And I think when you're executing and everyone's on the same page and the communication's on point out there, getting us in out of the right plays, blocking in the run game, the fronts, you're getting different looks. A lot of communication goes on, and I think it's those guys. I think it's Jim Bob does a hell of a job with those guys all week, preparing them for different looks that could come up with the rest of the coaching staff. It's been good. But like I said, we got to do it, each and every week, and we got a hell of a challenge coming up again this week.
One quick follow-up. With the way that Lou's having to kind of patch that secondary together and the defense is having some issues, as an offense, do you feel like, boy, now we have to do more, or do you just do your business and expect to score 30-some points?
Well, I think every week's different. I think our job as coaches and players is to go out and execute at a high level at all times. And we know that, in this game, how hard it is to go out and execute and win every week. There's going to be games that are up and down. And that's part of the business. And I think, our guys, like I said, it's just a belief that no matter what happens in the game, We just got to try and find a way to win it, no matter what. So I kind of think that, Chap.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yeah, I know you guys put Mooney on IR. I assume you expect him back at some point this season.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
James, go ahead.
Shane, we're looking at like injuries to Mooney and Sampson, and a few others. I guess as a coach, I know it's not your decision to make moves at the trade deadline, but how closely do you follow that and the possibility to add players or just try to get your team as ready as possible for that second half of the season where you can't make those types of changes?
Yeah, I think Chris handles all that stuff. I think Chris does a phenomenal job, along with his staff. I think they're always looking into, different things that could come up, before the trade deadline. So yeah, I leave that stuff to him, and I think he's done a hell of a job, with all that stuff.
And one last, I was watching a CBS interview after the game, and Daniel, as you know, hardly says anything that I don't know has a little personality to it. He's very monotone, but he said when he was asked why teams should believe in you or whatever, or what should people know about your team that they didn't know, and he said, "Well, it sounds like y'all didn't know much." So, have you seen that edge from him? I mean, we don't see it as much, but I imagine as a quarterback competitor, you might see a little bit more than we do.
Yeah, I think it's just like I said, it's a confidence and belief, in everyone in that locker room doing their job at a high level and going out and earning it and proving it, week in and week out every time we step on that field.
There's Steichen. Does he look like a guy who is in charge of a 6-1 football team, the best record in the AFC? The answer is no, he does not. He seems like a guy, when Sunday comes, he doesn't know how in the hell his team is going to beat the worst team in the National Football League. But that's what coaches do. At least that's what really good coaches do. And Shane Steichen has proven himself this year to be a really, really good coach.